Good morning, Fulton, Missouri. Your Mayor Lyle Cannell here. We're here for another installment of Mornings with the Mayor. With me this morning is my co-host Tamara. Thank you for being here this morning.
Good morning, Mayor.
Today is a late March day. I don't know when this podcast will hit the airwaves, but it's a beautiful day here in Fulton. I think we have hopefully 70-degree weather today and maybe rain coming tonight, but we're excited to be here. With us this morning is our Assistant Director of Administration, Robert Boone.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Robert. And also with him is our Solid Waste Supervisor, Wendy Powers.
Good morning.
Mrs. Personality
Yeah.
here.
Thank you.
So before we get started here, I want to announce that in addition to our program that we're going to do in conjunction with the Chamber, we're going to have a question of the month. And I'll ask a question and I'll even give the answer to it. Make it easy on everybody, but we want to give something away, give a prize away. I was hoping for $1 million, but we're going to settle for a monthly or a month's pass to the Recplex, the Legends Recplex. So the process is I'll ask the question, give the answer. This morning I think Robert or Wendy may give the answer, but you'll be able to go to the Chamber website, Callaway Chamber of Commerce website, and enter that, give your name, and I don't know, I don't think you have to give a whole lot of information, but we do want you to visit their website and see what they have going on over there. So
Yeah, and that's at CallawayChamber.net, and we will have a link there that they can click on and put their name and the answer to the question, and then that's how we will draw to see who's going to win that month membership to the Recplex.
Right, very good. So no $1 million.
No $1 million, not this time. Maybe next time.
We'll work on it, but thank you for doing that. So we do want to get right to today's topic, which is the solid waste department. We felt that with our annual spring cleanup coming right around the corner, that it'd be a good time to talk about that. So before we get started, I want to get to know our guests just a little bit more. So if you would, Mr. Boone, tell us just a little bit about yourself, what you do for the City of Fulton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've been the Assistant Director of Administration for about 4.5 years. I am probably the risk manager for the City of Fulton. The City of Fulton belongs to an association called MIRMA that has about 85 different cities. So it's like a pool that helps to ensure our assets, to make sure that our assets are protected. So that I take that job very seriously. And for the last year, I've been on MIRMA's board, so I'm even a board member. So that's how important it is to the city to protect its assets and its citizens when we have, potholes and stuff like that they may hit or something like that and tear up their tires or something like that. We have a process they can go through to get that repaired. So I think a lot of cities don't have that, and my wife actually works for the state, and she's amazed, that the City of Fulton has a program, something like that. But other than that, I am the department head for the solid waste department. I'm also over building and grounds, so the city buildings like City Hall and stuff like that, and the new Recplex falls underneath my purview. And also cemeteries. We also do cemeteries that falls underneath my purview as well.
You got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to you and you have to tell a lot of people no, right?
Yeah. It's good to be the right hand. We have a new director of administration that will be coming in, and I've already told her that I have a lot of practice on saying no.
Yeah.
Good.
If Robert says don't do it, don't do it. Very good. Thanks for being here this morning. With us also is Wendy Powers, the supervisor of the solid waste. If you would tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do for the city.
Sure. My name is Wendy Powers. I'm the solid waste supervisor. I've been with the City of Fulton for 26 years now. Supervisor of solid waste for the last 3 years. We have 9 drivers. We have several trucks. We run several routes. We have commercial routes and residential trash routes and yard waste recycling that we pick up. And Yep, great bunch of guys that do it every day and happy to do it. So,
And it's wonderful to call out there and get that bubbly voice on the other end of the phone.
Absolutely.
thank you.
You've been with us for so long that we wouldn't know how to act if we didn't hear your voice on the other end of that phone.
Well,
So we
thank you.
appreciate that. Appreciate you being here this morning. So one thing that I would ask of Tamara, what are your, being from out of state even, or out of our town, when you think about the trash service here in Fulton, Missouri, what's your observations, or what do you see as maybe a benefits or the things that we could improve on?
So, when I first moved to Fulton, one of the things that I observed is that everything when you come into the community is really clean. And so, a lot of times with trash service, once they come through your neighborhood, you can see that they have been in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that isn't the case here in Fulton, which is fantastic. A lot of times when you cross the lines into different communities and stuff, you can start seeing a difference of where you're at. So I appreciate that about you all. I also appreciate that whenever you call down there and you have a conversation, say, hey, I need one of those big dumpsters to come to my place of business or to my home, that they bring it, they drop it off. It's almost like in the middle of the night, and then they come and pick it up, and you never even know that they've been there. So that's really fantastic that you guys do such a great job for the city of Fulton.
Yeah, not all cities are that way.
No,
so.
they're not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and it also is a matter of taking pride as a community, and the citizens do as well. They don't trash up the neighborhoods and the streets, and I see a few people throwing their garbage out the window sometimes. You might see the occasional fast food sack flying around, but not a lot of that. So that's says a lot about our community, but definitely our solid waste department. So.
Absolutely.
One thing about the Fulton Solid Waste Department, we don't outsource, and that's something that a lot of communities have done to try to save money, and we have not done that. We did close our landfill many years ago.
Yeah, 2011.
2011. So that's, time just flies by,
Yes,
doesn't
it does.
But that's, I think, a benefit to Fulton that we have kept that in-house. Tell us just a little bit, Wendy, about what that means to keep that service right in-house.
Well, sure. So we offer a reliable, dependable trash service. We maintain our own fleet of trucks. That helps to keep the cost down. We employ local people. We have a great group of hardworking guys that truly enjoy their job. The City of Fulton has a contract with Republic Services. We renew that contract every 5 years, so we have a locked-in rate. We know what we're going to be paying. That helps keep costs down. And we can also ensure that the stuff that people are throwing away is going to be taken to a landfill and disposed of properly.
Right.
Yes.
And when you say that, I know what you're talking about is the recycling program that we have. So regardless of the cost of it, we are bound to take that recycling and do the right thing with that stuff.
Absolutely. Yes, recycling is very important to our community. That is something that we've made great strides in trying to keep. A lot of cities have discontinued the recycling, but we are committed to continuing it. So, yes.
Yeah, we know that, and that takes a little bit extra work on your all's part, different trucks and things and different processes, but we appreciate that. And without further ado, I almost forgot to do our question of the month, so I'll do that right now, which involves the recycling. So the mayor's question of the month is, when did our recycling program actually start? And Robert, I'll let you answer that. I know we talked about that.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. 2007. 2007. It was before my time, but I think Wendy was here, and so she knows that recycling is important to this community, and that reducing our footprint is definitely something that the city of Fulton supports. So 2007.
2007 for all you wanna-be millionaires. I mean, no, we'll try to get you a free pass to the Recplex. We want to see people get there as well. That's a wonderful new facility.
Yes,
So
it
we
is.
try to promote that. In fact, the mayor's podcast started there, and I feel like I abandoned them, but we're still feeling the love for those folks over there at the Recplex. So thank you for that answer. All right. Moving on, one of the other things that I think about is the trash service here in the city. We do have limitations in the city. One thing is burning. We can't burn our leaves, so we do have a yard waste pickup.
We do.
And we also, and if you want to talk about that just a little bit, we have a pickup and a drop-off site.
We do. We have a drop-off site at the city warehouse. We have 2 large 20-yard containers for people to bring their yard waste to. For folks who aren't able to, bring it to us, we also offer the bi-weekly pickup. There at their curbside. We have paper sacks that we will give away if you would like paper sacks for us to pick those up. Also, if you have your own containers, we can pick those up. Just make sure they're not too heavy. We got to be able to pick them up and put them in the truck. So that is what we offer. I also did speak with Kevin Kofelt, the chief, fire chief. And he said that they do offer burn permits for sticks only, but not for leaves.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is also something. If you have a fire pit, you want to burn your sticks, you're able to do that, but please get a permit through the fire department.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to get like some of those sacks that you're talking about, how do they get those?
Okay, they need to call City Hall and speak with Courtney in the engineering department. That is through a grant through the Fulton Stream team that they are able to offer those yard waste sacks.
Okay.
So, yes.
Very good, and I did not know that you could burn your sticks here in the city. So if you do want to do that, by all means, get a hold of call City Hall, and they'll direct you to the fire chief, and they can get you a burn permit if it's the proper way to do it. They'll show you how that's done.
Absolutely.
I think you have to have so many feet of clearance around buildings, I think, and that type of thing.
Yes.
But if you have a fire pit, probably that's appropriate as well.
Yes.
So. But I know the drop-off site is wonderful. I've been out there now a few times to drop off some truckloads of brush and whatnot.
Yes.
So it's nice to have that in one location.
It is nice to have that.
Do y'all turn that into some kind of compost, or what do you do with those?
Well, we actually haul it out to Bluebird Composting.
Oh, okay.
And that is what they do. They make compost out of it. So in the summertime, we empty those containers usually twice a day, those 2 20-yard containers. So there is a lot of yard waste that is brought in by the residents.
Okay, well that's great.
Yeah.
So you're supporting a local business.
Absolutely.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
Well, you always key in on that.
That's my job.
The tie together is so important between what you do and what we do.
Yeah.
And so thank you for that. And the one thing I would point out, there's no commercial dumping. If you have a commercial business, we limit that to just private homeowners and whatnot for the brush dropping off.
Correct.
So it'd be all those guys would get done would be dealing with brush if we opened it up like that. So one of the other things I had a question on is some people want to know why they can't bring their own private roll-off into the city of Fulton. We ask that you use our city services, which are quite costly for us, but would you explain that just a little bit, one of you?
The city of Fulton is a municipality that offers its own utility services. We have our electric, our gas, our water, sewer, and the trash. And again, this is to maintain cost. It is to employ local people, and it's to ensure that it's being disposed of properly. So.
Yeah, and in order to keep that sustainable, we can't just let anyone come in and pick and choose what they want to do for that service. So we require that, and it's a service to the citizens. So that's the reason why. So thank you for.
And one of my observations with the trash trucks and stuff when they're picking up, they have like those arms that can like dump it too.
We do.
So if they use their own container, that may not be compatible with the equipment on the trash trucks.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, all the trash cans are fitted with a tipper bar. So there's an attachment that goes out, kind of encloses on the container, but also has like a bar that connects to that tipper bar and empties the can.
And it helps your employees too, I'm
It
sure.
does,
where
absolutely.
They can just
Yes.
fill up, dump the trash, and it helps them be more efficient.
It's more efficient
to get the job done.
Yes.
And if you're listening, Columbia, no, I'm kidding. Roll-offs are wonderful. Roll carts are great.
Well, they are, absolutely.
And that may be another question. How long have we had the roll carts? I know we didn't, when I was a kid, I had to sack up the trash, and I'll tell a story on myself. Okay, here we go. When I was probably in high school, kind of hitting the puberty age, wanted to be cool, my dad would have us throw our trash sacks up on the work truck, and when we get to the bottom of our driveway, take the sacks down, and they'd be ready for the trash truck. Well, we made it one day all the way to high school, and I got dropped off, and as soon as we pulled up to be dropped off, that trash, we forgot it, fell off the truck and spread out all over the place, and here's all my friends, and I'm just so embarrassed, but that to this day I have PTSD from that traumatic experience. So but yeah, how long have we had those?
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm going to say, I think 30 years. I believe it's
30
been 30 years. Yeah, I believe so. It was, before I came, but
That's
it
how
hadn't
old
been.
I am, pretty old.
Mr. Mayor, there is one more program I would like to mention that solid waste handles, and that's our household hazardous waste.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We also
Right.
do that, once a
We
month?
do.
now?
So that'll be starting in April, but it's during the months of April through October. It is on the second Saturday of each month, and that is there at the fire station on Tennyson Road, fire station number 1. But yes, we'll be opening that. For the HHW collection, you need to call the fire station to get registered for that. They do it by appointment only, but that is where you can bring in your chemicals, your oil-based paint, antifreeze, motor oil, any kind of chemicals, pesticides, stuff that you cannot throw in the trash. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we also have an e-waste collection with that as well. That would be anything with a cord, with the exception of televisions. They do not, computers, cell phones, adding machines, fax machines, anything with the exception of a television.
So when you say get registered, so what is, why do you register for that?
Because they do it by appointment only. It's actually a drive-up service where the resident does not get out of the vehicle. They actually stay in their vehicle. And the fire department, we have solid waste staff and also the fire department, but they unload those items. And we have 2 containers. We have separate places for all of those items to go to. So we need to know what they are, and we need to separate them. And we have a company that comes in whenever we're full and need to be picked up. They come in and collect all those items and dispose of them properly.
So when you're ready to get rid of those old cans of paint,
Yes.
that you have just a little tiny amount in the bottom of them, that this is the day. Is it the second Saturday?
It is the second Saturday of each month through the months of April through October.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we do not accept latex paint. That is the one thing.
Since you mentioned paint.
Latex,
Tell
oil-based.
us about that, Wendy.
Oil-based paint only is what you can bring to the HHW collection. Latex paint is actually water-based, and as long as it's dried solid, you can throw it away with your regular trash.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So you just let it dry out?
Let it dry out, or mix sand or kitty litter, something with it, and it can go in the regular trash. But make sure that it is solid, dried solid. You don't want paint all over the street and sidewalk and your neighbor's car.
Well, that's good information to know, because I think a lot of residents have a couple of cans of that in their house.
Yes.
And they don't know when to get rid of it or how to get rid of it. So they can just take the lid off, add some kitty litter to it, let it dry out real good, and then throw it into the regular trash. I learned something here today.
That's great information. Yeah, I didn't know what to add to it to get it to dry out, because I've opened some of them up and it takes forever to dry out. So.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Anything else that y'all would like to talk about? I know we as a city council, they had requested that during the holidays there be some extra cardboard sites to be able to take their packages and whatnot to.
What we plan on doing is during, I think between Thanksgiving and Christmas, discontinuing yard waste,
Yard waste.
and just focusing strictly on recycling. We figure
Recycling.
people have more wrapping paper, cardboard boxes, and stuff like that during that time of year. So we're going to be doing recycling every week
Every week.
for that period of time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And we do have a contract for our cardboard pickup with the company CRC that does the cardboard pickup for us. So I don't know if there's a
They do commercial.
They do commercial.
Cardboard pickup.
Okay.
Yes. So any business here in town that receives a lot of deliveries with cardboard, yes, please give them a call and set that up. The only recycling that we do is residential.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good point to note on that.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you guys would like to talk about? I know the website, I think had success with our calendar
Yes.
for the
yes, we
dates
have.
of weeks that you can pick up, lay out your recycling.
It's worked very smooth for us.
It has.
Very smooth for us, and we are trying to control costs there, as far as how many times we have to run back and forth to Jefferson City and stuff like that, trying to cut back on fuel costs and
Yes.
stuff like that. So it's worked very well for us.
And I know your staff does a phenomenal job. I actually got to work on your crew a couple years ago
You
when I first
did,
came into office.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
I checked that off my bucket list. I got to hang on to the back of a trash truck and ride around the neighborhood, Tara.
Great.
That was during spring cleaning.
During spring cleanup,
Yeah.
absolutely, and we were happy to have the help. And our guys still talk about that.
Is that right?
Yes, they
Wow.
do.
Impact.
They
Well,
do. Yes.
my back still talks about it.
So speaking of spring cleanup, so when is that, and what do people do? I mean, because I know people are anxious to start cleaning things out.
Yes.
Maybe they got a bunch of new things at Christmas
Yes.
time or at the first of the year, and maybe they need to get rid of that old couch. Or,
Yes,
And
yes.
no TVs though. So
Well, we do take TVs.
Okay.
We actually
During
pick
that
up a
time.
lot of televisions.
okay, well,
Yeah.
can you tell us
yes,
about the spring
absolutely.
cleanup and when it is?
Spring Cleanup Week is going to start on April the 11th. That'll be the 11th through the 15th. Whatever your regular trash day is, that would be your Spring Cleanup Day. We recommend that you not set anything out until the weekend before. So April the 9th, April the 10th, go ahead and set your items out. We come through the neighborhoods. We have 2 rear load trucks. We try to have at least 4 people with each truck, and we pick up those large items, those bulky items, the things you can't fit into your regular trash can during the week, during the rest of the year. We pick up a lot of sofas, televisions, recliners, mattresses. Yeah, we pick up a lot of that stuff. So
And we really advertise that so that
We
people
do.
know that normally we would charge for that stuff. It would be a
Yes.
special pickup, but,
Yes.
but during spring cleaning, it's a service that people should really take advantage of.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's a free service.
It is a free
Y'all do
service.
that twice a year, right?
We do.
Spring and fall?
Yes, spring
Okay.
and fall. Yes, in April, and then in October is the fall cleanup, and usually the spring cleanup is kind of the busier one. We have a lot more stuff set out, and I think people are just kind of spring cleaning and out with the old and in with the new.
Opening the
and
windows, getting
That's
things
right.
cleaned up.
Absolutely.
So something that Robert just mentioned is if you have something throughout the year, though, that you could schedule a special pickup.
Correct.
And there's a charge for that. But
Yes.
say you're moving, or maybe you just need you're doing some home renovations, things like that.
Sure.
How does that work?
Just give us a call, and we can do that any day, Monday through Friday, but we just schedule it, and we'll send the rear load truck out there with the 2 guys, and we charge $17 for the first 5 minutes, anything they can pick up within 5 minutes. If there's a large pile of stuff out there, if it does take longer than 5 minutes, we do charge an additional $2 for every minute over 5 minutes, but those 2 guys are fast, and they can pick up a lot of stuff, so
Wow,
it is.
really truthfully, when you're doing some home renovations,
Yes.
that's a good cost just to put it out there next to the curb and not have to
Yes,
worry about
absolutely.
it. Okay.
Yes, it is.
So if they're going to call you, what is the number that they get a hold of you to schedule that?
It's 592-3176.
And just get a hold
Yes,
of Wendy.
get a hold of me.
The smile.
We're not going to get your personal cell phone number, Wendy?
Probably shouldn't give that out.
Saturday pickups.
Right, Saturday isn't. We appreciate all that you do there. And thanks for pointing that out, too,
Yeah.
because I did take advantage of that last year. Yeah, last year. I had a special pickup.
Yeah.
I had a big old pile of stuff, and they came and picked it up, and
Yeah.
it was wonderful. So even
Yeah.
though we don't have a landfill, there are options.
Yeah, and I think that that's something the citizens are not aware of is that that is available. I know some people are because they take advantage
Oh,
of
yes.
it, but for those that, are just doing that one home renovation, they haven't done anything in 20 years and they're doing it now, they may not know about that service.
Yeah.
I just think back to the days of the landfill and seeing Wendy out there at the top, climb the stairs and see her at the gate, and that had to be some fun times, wasn't
We
it?
had some great times out there. I really miss the landfill. I really do. Out there, everyone was happy to come to the landfill. I don't know why. Everybody was, that's right, happy to come out there and get rid of that stuff. So,
You made their day.
that's right. Absolutely.
It's been how many years now since you said 2011?
This will be 11 years this May.
And I still
Yeah.
get people asking, why don't we have a landfill?
Yeah, I get a lot of calls wanting directions to our landfill or hours to our landfill.
It was convenient.
Yeah, it was. It was very
and folks in the
convenient.
county miss it, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but,
Definitely.
But yeah, that was quite a fun time in your life,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
it was.
Now you're stuck
Yeah.
out at that old warehouse.
It was pretty nice out there too.
Yep, yep. Well, we appreciate still having that service and all that you guys do out there. Tamara, if you would fill us in on what's going on at the chamber.
Oh, yeah. So we got a lot of stuff going on in the chamber. I'm going to put my glasses on real quick so I can read these things that are happening.
Yeah, she wrote something down, folks. This is a
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Well, there's such a list of our upcoming events and happenings. So, first of all, we just hired our workforce development and training coordinator, Megan Kempker, and we'll have her on here in the next couple of weeks. She's working with the businesses, doing some tours, helping write some job descriptions, employee handbooks, getting to know the people and the partners that we need to have those good relationships with to assist our businesses and the folks that are looking for work. We still have that MoAMP registration going on, and that is for that free training that will be in partnership with State Tech. State Tech will actually come to Fulton once we get 16 qualified applicants to participate. So we're still looking for those applicants. If they're ready to fill out that application, they can just come to the chamber Monday through Thursday, 8 to 2. And if they need a special time to complete that application and get signed up, then all they need to do is give us a call, and we'll make sure that somebody is there to help them get that done. For our businesses here in the community, we've got a couple of things that are going on. One of those is our coffee and cream, and that's for really new businesses to learn some information about, financials and their startup plans and things like that. Then we have a small business mastery class, and that is for businesses that are already in business. One of the things we're doing right now is meet your commercial banker. We'll have that again this Thursday. There's some breakfast associated with that, so if you want to, I'd come to the chamber on this Thursday, March 31st at 8 a.m. They're going to have spinach quiche from the Playhouse. So they're feeding them good down there for this event. So it's Meet Your Commercial Banker, and we're having several different banks that are coming in and telling us about their service for our businesses. Of course, we have our business after hours in April. That's April 5th. That will be held at Little Cross Lumber. Not only are they doing their business after hours, but they also are doing a customer appreciation day. So that's really cool. We have our digital skills for everyday tasks. This is going to be a Zoom on Wednesday, April 13th. So if anybody's interested in learning about those skills, to utilize those digital skills for your everyday tasks, that's a class for you. We also have Power Your Job Search with Google Tools. And this is for people that are looking for work or for employers that are looking to get some new employees. And that will be held on Wednesday, April 13th as well. Thursday, April 14th, we have that Coffee with a Cop, And so we're going to have Chief Ladwig and Sheriff Chisholm there at the chamber and just having some coffee and visiting with businesses and our community, just sitting down having some conversation and getting to know those individuals. On Wednesday, April 20th, we have our business breakfast. That's going to be held at the Callaway Senior Center. And so, we keep talking about quality of life and how important it is to the city of Fulton. Well, the Callaway Senior Center is one of those pieces for quality of life for our senior citizens here in our community. So we'd love to see people come out and support that business breakfast. It's $5 to attend, and where can you go and have coffee and some breakfast for $5?
And they'd love to see you come out. So
Yes,
by all
yes.
means.
Come
What
see the
date is that
facility.
again?
And that is going to be Wednesday, April 20th.
At the senior
Yeah,
center.
at 8 a.m. And then on Thursday, April 21st, we're going to have a revolving loan fund class. And this is for financials for small businesses that may need some financing. And then we've got something really cool going on for small businesses, and this is a business makeover. So a business can make application for this business makeover, and they could win up to $1,000 in a business makeover. So maybe they need some help with lighting or painting, or maybe they need a new point of service or sales of service, like cash registers, that kind of stuff. So we can have a team of people that can come assist them. Now, they have to fill out an application. We have an entrepreneur committee that will make a decision on who's going to win this, and so they could win up to $1,000 to help with their business makeover. And we'll be doing some more of that along the way. And then last, we have a job fair. This is going to be held on Tuesday, May 17th at Callaway Electric Cooperative from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So if you're interested in looking for work, that's a place to come. Megan is working on getting those businesses signed up right now. If a business wishes to have a booth, and the city of Fulton will have a booth out there because they've got some employment, part-time and full-time employment opportunities. Come out to the job fair on Tuesday, May 17th from 2 to 6 p.m. at Callaway Electric Cooperative. So that's just a few things we have going on at the chamber.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of things happening, but that's just a few things that we want to see the community get involved with.
Well, we appreciate that. If you heard something that caught your attention and you want to find out more about it, go to again, what's the chamber website?
The chamber website is callawaychamber.net.
Callawaychamber.net.
And they can look under events, and there's an events calendar. And not only does it talk about our events, but it also talks about other events that are going on in our community.
Right. Great. We appreciate having that, having you guys working hard over there. That we need people working, and I would just say that I did get to meet Megan, and I look forward to maybe having her here to do a podcast on workforce development, because we have a lot of businesses in this community that need people that are skilled workers.
Yes.
And that's important.
And we've got some tools to help them skill up. So if you need
Right
some
on.
help for some additional skills, she's looking at things like having medical terminology, clerical, customer service, just working, maybe reading a tape measure, those types of things, those types of classes to help skill up our workforce in our community.
Yep. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much for that.
Welcome. Thanks.
In other city news, our new Director of Administration, Robert pointed out, Renee Tyler, she's going to be here later in April. We're still in March, but April 18th will be her first day, and she did get to visit the community this week, it's Tuesday, so last week, at the end of last week, and was able to meet most of our department heads and had lunch with me and then Tamara as well.
Yep.
So she hasn't made anybody mad yet, I don't think. But
No?
we're excited to have her coming in, but that's a tough job, and we're glad to have some help coming. Help is on the way, Robert.
Yes. Excited.
I bet. So also the council recently did approve bringing back our K-9 program. Don't know if you probably don't remember Bubba. We used to have a K-9 police officer named Bubba.
Yes.
And he's been gone now for several years, but we're going to have a new dog here in town to help out with the county sheriffs and their departments. They have a canine as well that gets overutilized, so we're going to be able to help them out with
Let's
that.
have a ribbon cutting whenever we get the new canine. Wouldn't
That's
that
a
be
wonderful
fun?
idea. Yep, that
Let's
should
do
work
it.
good because
Let's
we want to
celebrate
see
that.
that in the community. So thank you for that offer. Yeah, we'll do that. I bet he won't say no.
No. We'll bring him some treats.
Yep. Also going on this summer is going to be the project on 2nd Street that's down by West Lakes and Dan Huser's. So that'll be disruptive, but we are trying to get the word out on our website. Go there or also on our Facebook page. We'll try to be announcing those disruptions as they happen. But be patient with us and look forward to the end product, which should be really, really nice.
Yes.
Also coming up, we have elections. We're going to be having our municipal election here in Fulton coming up week after next, or next week. So I hope that people will get out and participate. You know, your vote matters, especially on local elections. I think that's where you really can make a difference in your life and your family, what happens in our little world here called Fulton, Missouri. So get out and vote. We may have to have a podcast with a council member here to kind of shed some light on that job and what that entails. And anybody can do that. It's kind of like I relate to coaching Little League. Somebody has to do that. So folks need to step up in your community. If you can do those jobs, get involved and be a participant. But at the least you can do is go out and vote. So we appreciate that.
April 5th.
April 5th, thank you very much. So with that, I think that's all I did want to say congratulations to Sharon Lynch at the County Health Department. She is retiring this week. I was out there yesterday to celebrate that with her. 25 years with the county, so she's not a city employee, but they're directly connected to what we do, and she helped us through a very tough couple of years with COVID, and I appreciate her hanging in there with us. So congratulations to Sharon. With that, I'll sign off. Have a wonderful day. Proudly serving you, Fulton, Missouri. Your Mayor, Lyle Cannell.